Hey, look, if I was drunk.
Hello.
Hello.
How's it going?
It's going great. So
Good to hear.
I can't believe it's already February though. Like somehow it's February 10th. It's insane.
It's gone by pretty fast, yeah.
Come here, Biscuit. I have a new friend. His name's Biscuit. We're watching him for a little bit. He's one of my roommate's dogs.
Oh my goodness. That
So
is
he gets to
precious.
come join us a bit. All right, look. Puppy! Biscuit. Get down. Good boy. We'll give people a few minutes. It's already recording, so I made sure of that. That would be bad if we didn't record it. How is everybody else doing?
I am straight up chill. Yeah, I'm there too.
We're existing, not necessarily surviving, but existing.
I would say surviving in like the
Surviving.
most basic terms.
Existing.
So actually, yes, existing, never mind.
How is everybody else doing?
I'm doing good.
Good, I'm glad to hear. We're a pretty casual club, nothing too formal. I'm wearing a sweatshirt in bed, so.
I'm probably not going to talk
Just
much
got out
because
of
I'm at
class.
work still.
That's okay.
No worries. Very laid back club.
I don't like that I have to let people in. I mean,
Yeah,
it's
I
fine.
noticed
I'm happy
that.
to, but I wish people were just allowed in. Because sometimes it happens where, like, if you have a GVSU email, it just, like, automatically lets you into the meeting. But for whatever reason, it doesn't do that anymore.
Oh, I think they beefed up security after last semester because haven't there been like some bad Zoom bombings?
Yeah,
You
I
know,
was in one of the clubs that it happened to.
I was trying to do bingo that one day.
Oh,
With Cab, they were doing like bingo, and they had one of those Zoom bombings that happened.
yeah, I know. I got an email that like another one just happened this semester already.
Yeah,
That's
and there
so
was like
lame.
something to do with racism on one of the other Zoom calls.
Yeah, makes my heart sad. Why do people gotta be so rude?
Who the hell has like
They're bored.
Go
the time is my question. Why would you want to put forth the energy and everything to do that kind of shit?
I agree. But we'll do what we can. Buddy in.
Can someone say like what does this club do? Like especially with COVID right now.
Yeah, we'll give you the whole rundown once we start the meeting. I'm just gonna give people a couple more minutes.
Oh,
I have a
okay.
PowerPoint for you guys that we put
Oh,
together
okay.
quick. It's not gonna be a long meeting or anything. Just it's kind of just like a informational. You know, this is who we are, what we do. Max, how do you change people?
I switched to my laptop so I could be professional and show my face to all the new people.
Oh, look at Max go.
Got up out of my chair and got into my bed.
Changed everybody's name so they could see what we are.
Is Kristen coming to this one? I don't remember if she.
She liked the message.
Gotcha. We shall see.
We shall see.
Give people like 2 more minutes. And I'm so happy everybody got to come. For like future references, our meetings will be on Wednesdays at 9 moving forward. We are going to have another meeting next week, and that's going to be more of like what the rest of them will be like. So that one will be like, and we always have like an educational aspect to it, and then we also let you know kind of what events and everything we have going forward, and that's with like the whole club. It'll also just be over Zoom though. They're never super long either. And that'll be next week on Wednesday at 9. And then moving forward, we'll just have one once a month. So it'll be March 10th, we'll have another meeting, and then April 14th. Nope, not March 10th. March 17th. So it'll be a month from the
No,
one
just turn that
tomorrow.
in. Oh, I just did Pam.
What's that?
Sorry, I'm at work. I'll mute myself.
Oh, that's okay. So it'll be March 17th, and then it'll be April 14th will be our next, like our meetings. And then we try to send out like a bi-weekly virtual meeting kind of email where we'll just send out an email like on the second week. Just at like any updates that we have, any information that we have to send out, and just kind of like checking base. So just so that's for your future reference. It's 9:02, so I think I'll get started. All of our meetings we record. Most of them are posted on LakerLink. If you go under gallery, there's like a folder for videos, for meeting videos, and then we always send out like a recap video, either like the night of or the next day, with that link to it to the previous meeting. So if you ever do miss a meeting, you'll be able to watch the videos there. So I'm gonna share my screen really quick. Let's see. Can everybody see that? Cool beans. All right, so we are Hunger and Homelessness, in case you didn't know that. I need to try to move my little thingies here. Oh, what the crap. Well, you guys can read what the bottom of that says. I have like the bar in front of it, and I can't move it. But this is a YouTube video. We had trouble before with audio, so I think I'm not gonna play it right now. I'm just going to link it in, or put the link in the recap meeting. It's just a really short video about volunteering, and it was made in Grand Rapids, I believe, and it just kind of shows like Grand Rapids and just kind of the impact that we make and the people that we're helping. It's only like a 30-second video. To start, I'm Maya. I'm the president. I'm a junior this year. I'm a biomedical science major with a human rights and chemistry minor. I hope to go to occupational therapy school. I'll start applying for that over the summer. My favorite TV show right now is Grey's Anatomy. I know it's kind of basic. I started rewatching it. I watched the whole thing, but I started rewatching it over the quarantine, and gets you hooked again. An interesting fact is I have a twin brother who goes here as well. He's a computer science major. And I've been to 4 countries outside of the United States, and I hope to go on a volunteer trip to Laos this summer. And I went on a volunteer trip 2 summers ago to Tanzania, and it truly changed my life and is the big reason why I am the president of this club. So that's a little bit about me and kind of why hunger and homelessness is important to me. I am able to acknowledge and learn about core issues involving hunger and homelessness to drive a change from within, because a lot of the reasons why people are hungry and homeless has to do with, you know, societal things and infrastructure, and there's things that we can help with. Hold on, I think I'm getting messages in the chat. Oh, you went to India? That's amazing. Is it Kyla? Is that how you say your name?
It's Kylia.
Kylia?
Yeah, I went for a religions trip, but yeah, I definitely saw like the I saw like the poverty side and I saw like the really rich side. So it was interesting to see.
Wow, I bet.
Yeah, like one of the things we did, we went to like a mansion. It was kind of weird.
That's kind of cool though. I think it's so special seeing like another culture and how they live. Like it's so different than anything here.
Yeah, for sure.
Julia's been to Belize. That's probably beautiful too. That's a place definitely on my bucket list. Okay, moving forward. Kristen is our vice president. She's not here at the moment, so I'll give her rundown. She's also a junior. She's an accounting major. Her favorite TV show is Criminal Minds. Her 6th birthday was on 6/6/06, so that's an interesting fact. And then, I mean, you guys can read why H&H is important to her. She kind of helps with everything that we need help with. Sometimes she'll respond to emails. She does a lot with LakerLink and, you know, helps with everybody when they need help, especially me. Josie, would you like to introduce yourself?
I am Josie. I'm the event coordinator. My job is a little diminished this year since there's not too many events we can go to. But that's what I used to do a lot, was like kind of coordinate like when we're gonna go to events. It used to be probably like every Saturday we try to do an event, but now because of COVID, there's restrictions on that. But anyways, I'm a junior. I have a major in biomedical science. My favorite TV show is The Good Place, and they just came out with a new season, so I'm excited. An interesting fact is I've been to Finland. That's basically the only country outside the US I've been to. And hunger and homelessness is important to me because it's a great way to like give back to the community and have a positive impact on others.
Thank you, Josie. Kari.
Okay. Hi. My name is Kari. I am a sophomore. My major is in biomedical sciences, and I'm also doing a Spanish minor. Here, I guess I put my favorite TV show is Bob's Burgers. I love Bob's Burgers, but I'm also really indecisive, and I love a lot of shows, but we'll just stick with that. Okay. Yeah. So an interesting fact is I love tea. Just love it. The physical kind, like the kind you drink, and also gossip. And then over the summers, I used to work at this restaurant in Wisconsin, like right on the peninsula. Very popular restaurant, but what was special about it was that the roof was grass and they put live goats on the roof to eat the grass. That was like the shtick of the place. It was a Swedish place. Really cool, really cool. 20 out of 10 recommend if you're ever in northern Wisconsin. And why this club is important to me is because it helps me get more involved in the community. So much like it says, I'm not from here. I'm from Illinois, the Chicago suburbs. So it's nice to actually get involved and also make a difference.
Sorry, did I cut off the end of your thing?
Yeah, but I think I got the gist, like
You
from
guys get
Illinois,
it.
not from here.
Sorry about that.
No, you're good.
I'm up. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Cool. Nice to meet you guys. My name is Max. I'm the financial advisor / miscellaneous things that need to be done guy. As the name implies, I manage the finances. We run a lot of fundraisers during COVID, so I'll let you guys know how much we raised, where it went to, all that fun stuff. I'll handle it behind the scenes and say, good job, guys. We raised this much money for this food bank or homeless shelter or whatever. So that's always nice to see. A little bit about me. I am a sophomore as well. I'm a computer science major. My favorite TV show is Community. It's a little bit like The Office. So if you like The Office at all, I'd recommend checking that out. It's on Netflix. Interesting fact, I'm in the astronomy club and the computing club. I'm a nerd. I love space and computers. So this club kind of grounds me to the real world and actually impacting people in a tangible way, which is nice. Let's see why I said H&H was important to me a year ago. It provides a direct way to help the community and the people in the area in an impactful and visible way. Still true, still very true. Gives you something that you can see, an impact you can see, and that's nice, especially in this time where it's hard to see an impact.
Thank you. Our faculty advisor is Thomas Pentecost. He's a chemistry professor. He was unable to make it tonight, but he did send me some questions or answers to questions. He said his favorite TV show is a tough choice, but if he had to pick, it'd be the Amazon series Good Omens. It's based on Neil Gaiman's book. An interesting fact about him is in college, he worked as a short order cook, dorm mail person, and an RA. And then he said H&H is so important to him because he was lucky enough to have been born and raised in a situation that was safe and secure. Therefore, it's my responsibility to help others that were not as lucky. So he's an awesome guy. He's super willing to help. Like if you have any questions about anything, you're always welcome to reach out to us, but always welcome to reach out to him. He's been not on campus because of COVID, but before, when we had on-campus events and things, he tried to come to as much as he could. So hopefully you guys will get the chance to meet him one day as well. So a little bit about what we do. Before COVID, we worked directly with the community, and we volunteered at homeless shelters, food banks. Even we worked with Harmony Homes, and they help more with like special needs people. And we tried to have one event every weekend. It was typically on Saturday mornings. And we set it up, and you guys would sign up through us, basically. And then we tried to always have people who would carpool so that even if you didn't have a car, you were able to go. And then we always had social events during our, like we would have a meeting and then we'd have social events too. And we would create donations for different agencies, like we would color food mats for food banks, or we would color brown paper bags for like kids' food basket, kind of things like that. That was more like a social event, which we're hoping to maybe do a little bit more of those social events this semester. They gave us the go ahead to have some on-campus events with limited capacity. So that's why we didn't want to have our club meetings in person, because we have a very large club, but maybe we might try to do some social events throughout the semester and kind of have like a sign up for if people want to come to that. What we're doing now with COVID being such a real thing still, holding meetings, and we're trying to really address the issue of hunger and homelessness rather than just trying to help by volunteering. We're trying to help by learning. So we've been incorporating like educational aspects to our meetings. So, each meeting we kind of had a different topic conversation where we researched some things, gave you guys some facts and things like that, and then try to have a safe conversation with everybody about why we're having the issues that we are. So last semester we talked a little bit about how COVID was affecting the hungry and the homelessness specifically, and we talked about how different ethnic groups are targeted more. So we kind of have conversations that are a little bit, I guess, I don't know if you want to say harder conversations, but conversations that aren't easy to be had sometimes, but need to. So we've been really trying to focus on that. So next week, if you guys can make it to our meeting, we'll have a little bit of an educational aspect to our meeting. We held a few fundraisers last semester, and we plan to hold a few more this semester. And then we donate directly to agencies of your guys' choice. We let you guys decide who you want to donate towards. And then just continuing to promote on-campus and community awareness by talking to people, giving you the resources to have those conversations. And then we do have some virtual opportunities to volunteer as well. Next week we'll talk more in depth about that. And you'll be getting an email next week too. We have like a document, a Word doc, actually it's a Google Doc, of a bunch of volunteer opportunities that we have, that a lot of them require like you to make something or to color something or to do something online, things like that. So ways that you can still get service hours and still help the community, but it'd be virtual. So if you haven't already, which I'm hoping most of you have, because you got this link, join our club through LakerLink. We use LakerLink for everything. That's where we post all of our events. Even moving forward, once we start having any on-campus or off-campus volunteering events, they'll all be posted through LakerLink. To be able to go to an event, you would have to sign up through LakerLink. And that's how we communicate with everybody. All of our meetings will be recorded and posted on LakerLink, like I said earlier, for those who missed it. If you have any friends or anything that are interested in our club, make sure they request an invitation to be accepted to our club, or if you have somebody that is interested, you can send us an email and we'll send them an invite as well. Like we kind of said in the beginning too, our club's pretty laid back. We don't have any dues. There's no required meetings, like no mandatory meetings or anything. There's no required amount of effort that you need to put into the club. It's kind of just what you're able to do, what you want to do. On here it says we will take attendance at meetings, which just means that we're recording the meetings. And Hunger and Homelessness is a great reference for down the road, and I would happy to be a reference for anybody in the future, but we can't reference you if we don't know who you are. So that's kind of why we're keeping track of who's coming, who's doing what, just so if you do put Hunger and Homelessness down on a resume or anything in the future and they reach out to us, we can look through our documents and be like, oh yeah, they came to a ton of meetings and we're very involved. But that's not, anything you have to worry about too much. I just wanted everybody to know that we will record the meetings. And we do take attendance and keep track of who comes to what events, but it's not like it's required or anything like that. We have an Instagram. We use it actively. We post informational things. We post about our club. We post educational things at times through our stories and through actual Instagram posts. So make sure if you have an Instagram, you follow us. There is an old Facebook account if anybody looks it up, but we don't use that anymore. We don't have access to that or anything, so I can't delete it, but don't follow that. You won't get accepted and we don't use it. So Instagram is what we use. And then our email. If you need anything at all, you can email us directly through our email, or if you go on LakerLink, there's the ability to hit, it says send email. You can click that and it'll send an email right to us and we'll get back to you as soon as we can. This was another short YouTube video about volunteering and helping your community. I believe it was 2 minutes long, maybe. So I will send that in the recap email down the road too. So if you want to watch it, it's nothing long, nothing required, nothing we made. I took it from YouTube. But so that is the gist of our club. Next week we'll get more into exactly what events we have going on, kind of finalizing what the rest of the semester is going to look like. And then it's just with our whole club. But we just wanted to provide a space to introduce ourselves, to tell you what we're about, what the semester moving forward is going to entail. For our new members, we're so happy to have you and so glad you joined our club, and we hope we're able to provide some positive interactions for you and with you. And I know it's kind of hard right now to volunteer and get those service hours and things and just make the lasting impact that you kind of hope to get from this club. But, that's why we have to keep pushing forward, doing what we can this semester. And then, next semester, it's looking promising that we'll be able to actually volunteer in person, get back to kind of our regular routine of having weekly volunteering events. But we still have plenty of opportunities for you to get service hours virtually this semester and to help your community this semester. So don't want anybody to be discouraged or anything about that. Does anybody have any questions, concerns, comments, anything they'd like to say? Let me see if I can stop sharing.
Thanks for the intro.
We look forward to volunteering with you guys.
Yeah, for sure. And if anyone wants to stick around, the e-board usually hangs around for an extra 5-10 minutes after everyone leaves. If you have event ideas or ways that you would want to participate or anything you want to tell us, just hang out after the meeting ends, and we're usually around here for a little bit. So
Very open to requests. If anyone has ideas, suggestions. Have you guys done any virtual events? Not like this where we've all met on a Zoom and done an event, but if you guys would be interested, we could definitely organize something.
Yeah, last semester everything was virtual. We weren't allowed to have anything in person. So we had I'll answer your question, Sophia, in a moment. We had a bunch of virtual volunteer opportunities from last semester, and we have some new ones for this semester as well, and we'll share the old ones as well, just so everybody has all of the opportunities. But we didn't really have like virtual events, but we'd be willing to. And then Sophia, there is no off-campus volunteering this semester. You can do it on your own. There are like food banks and things are accepting some volunteers. You just have to search for them. We're not allowed as a club to find those out and to make you aware of them. And like we're not allowed to volunteer as a club outside of campus, but we can do like social events on campus now, which is what we're planning on doing. And then hopefully next semester we'll get back to our regular volunteering as a club.
Okay, and you said there'd be some things we can do by ourselves. How would we like submit those? Would we bring them somewhere, like the whatever you said we would be doing?
Yeah, so like last semester we had a lot of people they colored brown paper bags for kids' food basket. So you would reach out to us if you were interested, and then I have them at my apartment, so I just would meet up with you, give you them, and then when you were done with them, email me, and then I would meet you to pick them back up. And then some things, like we just asked for you to send a picture to us. Like a simple thing that we had was if you went around and picked up a trash bag of trash, like a grocery bag trash bag of trash, just like send us a picture of the trash bag so we know that you did it, because you can track, and you should track all of your service hours through LakerLink, and you don't have to put a club, but if you put a club, it kind of like verifies that it's true. So if you put hunger and homelessness, then that's just like your verification that you did what you said you did, basically. So then we have a bunch of new ones this semester, and we'll send out a Google document that has, the service activity, like if there's a link to it, and then how you get the service hours, like how much you need to do or how much time you need to spend on it, and then how to verify it. So we'll put all the specifics in the actual Google document, and we'll send that to you guys so you have all of that information.
Thank you.
Does that answer your question?
Yeah, thanks.
Okay. Because I know I have like a scholarship that requires service hours, and they're still requiring it, this semester. So we definitely want to provide any means of providing those service hours. And that's something I guess I'll say too, is not everything this semester is directly for the hungry population and the homeless population. Like we're just trying to help our community as a whole get through this crazy time. So there are some things like making face masks for the hospital, or making dog toys for the animal shelter, things like that aren't specifically towards hunger and homelessness. Kylia had a question. Yeah, we've talked about maybe doing like a bonding kind of event, like if people wanted to do like, I know Among Us is kind of not as popular anymore, but like something like that, like we would be very open to doing a bonding event. We kind of asked last semester if people wanted to have like Zoom meetings that we weren't talking about like our club, where we were talking about kind of like the educational things that we were bringing up, like if it was something where people wanted to have a meeting where we just like got into it more and like talked in groups, because before in our meetings it was kind of us as an e-board talking about it and everybody else listening. But we want to really encourage, just having open conversations about anything, and especially, things that impact hungry and homeless people. So we asked if people would be interested, but we didn't really get very good response from that. But it's definitely something we'd be interested if people were interested this semester, or just something fun and not something so serious too. We really hope to have some social events in person this semester. Like, we always made some type of craft at the end of our meetings when we were able to meet in person. So we're hoping to maybe do a little bit more of that this semester, where, you know, on a Wednesday night, we're able to meet up in person and color some lunch bags or make friendship bracelets or like something like that that we would donate to one of our organizations that we work with. So we're open to anything. Yeah, we would try to have some this semester, the in-person, not meetings, but like social events. Next semester, if we're allowed to have groups bigger than like whatever it is right now, like 20, then we'll definitely switch back to in-person probably. But right now, we're just not allowed to have a big group in one place, and we have like 500 members in our group, which not obviously that many people come, but you know, we just want to provide the space where as many people who want to come can come. We don't have over 100 people ever come to our meetings or anything like that. Like, we usually get a small turnout, but we just want to provide the space for everybody to come if they want to. And then, so we'll definitely try to have like social events in person. And then if people really like continuing like our monthly meetings over Zoom, you know, it's not something that we have to go back to in-person meetings, but it is kind of nice just to see people's faces and have that, you know, personal interaction. So that's where we're aiming to get to.
So we don't really have a timeline for when that'll start though, right?
Right. Just
Okay.
whenever the university says.
Or even like the social events, we don't have a set date for when we might start doing those, do we?
No, but hopefully by next week we'll kind of have a rough, like, we'll be able to make a decision of when. We'll probably only have, you know, 2 or 3 or like once a month or something like that. So maybe on like the bi-weeklies that we don't have an actual in-person, like an actual Zoom meeting, we could set up something. And then that would probably look like some people having to sign up for it because we're only allowed so many people per room. And then so we just kind of have an idea of how many supplies and things to get. But we'll definitely keep you updated with that. We'll send you an email and make an event on LakerLink for that. So yeah.
Any other questions, guys? Or comments? Comments are good too.
Sometimes when we're deciding stuff, we'll put polls on the Instagram story. So maybe follow us so you can see those polls. And also, I apologize in advance for how much I will ask you guys to follow. Oh, thank you for following. I see the chat. Yeah, that's awesome. But yeah, sometimes we put polls on there for like, would you guys prefer this kind of social event or this kind of social event? Do you want us to donate to this organization or this organization? Stuff like that.
Yeah. And we had fundraisers last year that like other people outside of our club could participate in, and we put those on Instagram and things like that. So yeah, I know that wasn't anything too long or big or anything, but you know, like I said earlier too, we're just kind of a casual club who cares about our community and is trying our best to make a small impact. And you know, we can't do that without you guys, so we want to be able to provide everything that you're looking for from our club. So if you know, need anything from us, don't hesitate to reach out. Even if it's through email saying later, you know, we're willing to do whatever. We definitely want to focus on like the purpose of our clubs, the hungry and the homeless, but we care about the community as a whole. So we're trying to help as much as we can in any way that we can. And I know TikTok has some good inspirational things sometimes. So Kari has sent me a few things. So if anybody sees cool Instagram or not Instagram, TikTok like ideas or anything like that, don't hesitate to send them our way. Maybe
There
we'll
are
even.
so many on, I didn't mean to cut you off. There's so many on TikTok that keep popping up on my page every now and then, and I keep forgetting to save them. So I'm glad you brought that up. If
Bye,
anyone wants,
Kylia. Thanks for coming. We appreciate it.
oh, that's okay. Bye. But yeah, if you find any, send them my way or Maya's way or anyone's way.
Yeah.
That would be awesome.
Thanks, Julia and Veronica. Thanks for coming. We really appreciate you guys coming. I know life is busy and things. That's why we try to keep it kind of short. So thanks for coming. We appreciate it. Goodie bags. We have that on our list, actually. We have a few organizations that we work with that have requested like certain things that they need, I guess. And they have like buckets that like, I don't know what they called them. Kind of like goodie bags, basically. So we're definitely open to that. We have a list of things for like specific things, but I'm sure we're willing to take any donations in general. And Sophia, we don't have a group chat. We use email for the most part. So we've never really thought about doing like a group me or anything like that. It just might be kind of difficult because people join all throughout the semester. So it might be kind of hard to keep everybody involved, but something we could talk about.
I mean, technically we do have 500 members, but I mean, obviously not everyone's like in the group, in the club, so.
So, but email, we all have access to the email, so we check it quite regularly, and I have it on my phone, so I get the notification as soon as, email. So we're pretty good about responding to our emails for the most part. At least I like to say we are. As Kari said, DM on Instagram. She will respond to your DM on Instagram. Thanks for the follow.
And as I get the notification that you follow, chances are high that I'll just have the page follow you back.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
And then I don't like on LakerLink too. We try to post our events on like the calendar too, so you can see it if you just like scroll through LakerLink instead of having to go specifically to our club. So all the important things will be there. Thanks, Jen Mary, for coming. Have a good night. I think I'm gonna stop recording now.
Yeah, go for it. Good
Thanks,
job on the
Sophia.
PowerPoint again.
Thank you.
Yep, thanks.
Bye.